So I'm in Sutton Park, and you can see the lake down there, and this is the view that I'm going to try and paint today. So I'm using my usual Cotman watercolours. I've always got them arranged on the same way on the palette. You got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. Got my usual 3 brushes, the large hake, the main one, probably do about 90% of the painting with, and then I've also got the 3/4 inch flat and the number 3 rigger. I use Fabriano Watercolour Paper. It weighs £130. This is 15 by 11, and I just clip it to this piece of plywood. It keeps it nice and flat to work with. And I've always got my tea towel handy just to wipe the excess water off the hake with. I'm just putting clean water on this all over. Just to lubricate the sky. Just put my seat back, I ain't got much, that's a bit better I think. And then raw sienna. A bit dirty that was, I should have, that don't matter. I'll get away with it. Clean brush. Now it's a bit grey the sky, so I'm going to go burnt umber and I'm going to go ultramarine and Payne's grey. Payne's grey, and then just brush in some clouds from this right hand side. And then just bring a little bit of that into the foreground. That'll do. Now for those distant trees, I haven't cleaned the brush. Still got all the same colours on the brush. I'm going a bit more raw sienna, ultramarine. About a third of the way up. And then a bit more lemon yellow I think. And then getting this in fairly, and then I'm just putting the reflections in as I do it. Obviously one of the disadvantages with painting outside, unless I can find a hairdryer that plugs into the cigarette lighter, until I can, I can't find any quick way of drying the paper. And rather than sit there for 20 minutes, I'm just going to try and get the reflections in before it dries. Save a bit of time. So just varying the colours I'm going along. In fact, this might work better doing it like this way anyway, to be honest with you. But obviously you got to just get them in before. You can see how it's starting to dry there now, so I need to get on with it. Get them in, and then pull. See, that's drying. It's really drying now, so I only just got that in time. But so they're the distant tree, but there are some just in front of that, so I'm going to get a nice dark mix and just get some of these closer ones in. And then where I can, just remembering to add the reflections. I've got a spider on me over here. I'm just going to get rid of this spider. Oh, he's gone. I'm just going to keep just a few little variations here and there. It's still slightly damp, so you can still, even if it dries, you can still put the reflections in. It's not the end of the world. I'm I like sort of having them taller on the edges. It just helps to just frames it a bit better. And obviously it needs to come down a bit further as well. And there may be some on this side as well. Just raise this one up a little bit. Remembering to bring it down as well. Remember to bring the reflections down as high as the as tall as the object is. And a little bit round there. And then what else can we put in? Maybe a little bit of light red. A bit more colour. I can just see a touch of light red over there. But just make it a touch. It's such a strong colour. It soon dominates. So you have to be very, very subtle with it. But you can see I haven't cleaned the brush yet. But it just helps keeping everything, all the colours harmonious. And there are little bits of grass I can see between the trees. Just suggest those here and there. And then while that's still just about damp, I can just put just a few little twigs and branches here and scatter them about, but best, as with most things, keep them nice and subtle, and then just reflecting a few into the water area as well. So that's the sort of background. That's all the background in. You can see this sort of nice variation with the trees, and I've tried to sort of raise the height of them on either side. It just helps frame the thing better. So next thing to do is put some of the gland in now. So I'm going to start. Brush is getting a bit dry, so I've just tipped the edges in, just to bring the hairs back together on the hike here. And then I'm doing lemon yellow and a bit of burnt umber, and then just work out where this foreground's going to go. Now I want to leave a bit of a gap between the bottom of the reflections and this land, just to help create that nice water effect. And I think that'll sort of so that's about the land I'm going to do. And then if I just put a few sweeps in, again varying, I want to vary the colour. Bit of red there, back to the yellow, bit of burnt umber, ultramarine. Ultramarine's a great way of darkening whatever colour you've got on. You don't have to just go straight to Payne's grey. Ultramarine works well as well. And then we can get a nice dark colour on, and then I can just put some a few little grasses there by the edge. few more grasses. So that's the main scene, but it just needs a focal point. I can see some benches. So I'm just gonna switch to the number 3 rigger. I'm just gonna get a darkish colour. Anywhere off the palette, it doesn't really matter. And then say about here. Just put some legs in. And we got some little cross pieces. That's this. Just a little bench. Maybe we could even do someone sat in the bench. So it's just start with the head, and then a bit of light red. Actually, I've gone over that head now, haven't I? So do another head for him. And then their legs there. Maybe they got their arm. Stretched out like that. Just gives the viewer something to think about. I think I'll call that one finished. Little signature in the corner. And that's another painting done. So this is the finished painting of our little lake scene. You can see how the little figure sat on the bench. It just gives a focal point to the scene, which makes it a bit more pleasing to look at.